Exactly. Good morning. The brand new day. We are going home. It's in my bag. Mine? Which one? You don't even take pictures nowadays. You begin to take like, you be like, babe, we always take pictures. Let's go.
Who takes pictures? You asked me to take one single picture in this country.
Careful. Why did you let Daddy go without you? Give me your hand. Don't go running. I'm just going for breakfast now. Where? 8, 4 kids, 8 people, 4 kids and 4 adults. Good morning. It's not that you're coming. Yeah. Nose? Hello. It is day 2. Yeah, we came yesterday. We are at Bognor. Bognor Regis. So we came here yesterday. So it's myself, my family, my husband and kids, and then my sister, her husband, and the 3 boys. So yeah, quite a lot, but we needed that break. It's been a lot, business-wise, health-wise, a lot going on, and I think we just kind of needed that time. And sometimes a different environment just kind of helps to motivate you, to inspire you, and for me that is the case. And we just came back from swimming. My husband and my sister, we left them because for me, I can only swim for about 20 minutes because of my health. Because when I was young, when I was a teenager, we started noticing that every time I would go swimming, I would get sick. So I had brought it up, and they said, yeah, that can trigger a crisis. I'm like, Lord God, what can I do that will not trigger a crisis? Somebody tell me, please. But they said, okay, you can do it, but just do it for a bit. So because literally we came yesterday on Saturday night, I'd gone into A&E. I was in a lot of pain, and I was with my mom, and my mom's like, look, instead of just letting this go on and you end up missing out on this entire break that you've been looking forward to for so long, it's best that you just go get it sorted. And thankfully they were able to let me go. I told them, they're like, are you sure? And this and that. I was like, yeah, I'll manage. And they're like, okay, but just make sure if you get there you're not well, you have to call 999. They will take you to a hospital. I'm like, to be stuck somewhere, no, I pray that doesn't happen. So in order to avoid that, that's why I just cut the activity short. I'm very careful of what I can do. I know sometimes you may think like, oh, but I want to do this, I want to do that. But when you know yourself, you avoid a lot of problems. And that's just it. I've known myself. I've had almost 30 years to know myself. So I know when it's time for me to just take a break. And even with my kids as well, they did enjoy. We enjoyed the swimming because it's a big water park, slides and everything. But my son started getting a bit cold as well, so I was like, nah, let's go. So we came, I gave them lunch, and they've slept off in their little room. So yeah, thank God. So I'm like finally able to just sit down and talk, because yeah, yesterday I wasn't able to. As soon as we came, we just came to our rooms, left the stuff, and we were out. By the time we came back, and we planned to go out, but everybody wasn't knackered, like the journey here and everything. Everybody's just tired. So yeah, but I'm just taking it easy, having fun, but not too much. And you would think that when you're away, that's the one thing about being an entrepreneur and running your own organization, company or business. When you're away, even on holiday, you still have things to do, because literally I got a call from my team back home. So we're trying to sort out some issues with the center and the people that we were listening from, and just a lot of issues. So I've decided that, I told them we're gonna give it up and find another place. We're gonna temporarily find another place, but the goal, in the long run, if we do get the financial support, is to be able to build our own, because dealing with people, leasing and renting and all of that, it is a headache, because they try to take advantage of you. We had an agreement, but after I'd gone and they've seen how much the foundation has grown, now they want to be changing the contract. When it was both of us, I was actually the one that wrote down everything. Both parties agreed and signed. For me, my mom signed off on my behalf, because I wasn't there at the time, because she has power of autonomy. Anyway, it just means that she can make financial decisions on my behalf. So she was able to do that. When I went, from the time I went back in November, they started bringing up some issues, and I just knew that this is not going to end well, and before it goes any further, let's just cut it here and find somewhere else. And for me, I'm a believer of God. Like, when things are not going well from day one with something and it's just an issue, like, this is not for me. That's just how I look at it. If I'm trying everything possible and things ain't working out, I'm not gonna keep stressing myself over that situation. You know, I have already enough to stress myself about. You know, the funny thing, right? So obviously with the package that we got, it also includes breakfast and dinner, because lunchtime we're usually out anyway doing things. And I remember speaking to my sister. I was like, you know, you already know I love food. I love to cook. You've seen my videos. If you haven't, please check out Auntie May's kitchen. And I also have some exciting actually announcement coming for Auntie May's kitchen that you need to watch out for. Yeah, so I told my sister that, look, the plan was for me to do some Auntie May's sauce, hot sauce that's actually coming, that will be soon available for you to purchase. That was the plan, but I ended up in hospital, so I could not make the sauce. Because as much as I love, you know, Oyibo food, we all know you don't season too well. So based on experience, so I decided to get literally some Maggi sauce and some pepper sauce. And thank God I did, because literally that's what we've been putting. It makes the food 10 times better. And wait, when Auntie May's hot sauce becomes available for you to buy, you are gonna thank me. You're gonna take it everywhere. Yes, I was saying, babe, I was talking about the Maggi sauce, and when I tell you, it's a good thing that we bought that sauce, because it makes everything better. It just tastes better. We got some omelets, we put some Maggi sauce on that, and some hot sauce. We got some yesterday when we had dinner, Lord, chicken, you name it. And then we got this fish. They had fish and chips. We put some Maggi sauce on, hot pepper on that, and Lord, it made it better. So right, babe, I was telling them about the hot sauce, that it is a very, very, very important, because the food, even though the food is nice, we all know Igbo people do not season their food. And actually, you'll be thanking me, as I was saying earlier, I am gonna have the Auntie May's sauce coming, but I want to make sure that I get everything sorted and right, labeling everything and the business aspect of it before it will be available. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because it's something that I love. I wasn't able to make it, but we found a substitute. Even though it's not as good as Auntie May's sauce, of course, but we're going to, and it's not just even hot sauce, other, you know, things as well that I've got planned. And when also, remember when we were for the journey to come here, when I went home on Sunday after hospital, I decided, like, I had some gizzard, as I did the recipe that I did, which I'm gonna put somewhere up here. I'll put a suggestion, so you go watch that video where I did the gizzard, the spicy gizzard. I ended up doing it on Sunday, and yesterday's like, why? Because he had gone to work Sunday night. Like, you're not even going to need that. It's just going to be like 2 hours in your day. I was like, we'll see about that. And thank God, because me, my sister, the kids, we were munching on that gizzard. At least when we came, we were not rushing to find food, you know. And it helped during the journey. Trust me, when you have kids as well, I made sure they had in their bags, they had a spoon and good, because you can get something like, because I had yogurt as well, and I even had a little bowl. It's good to travel with those things, their bottles, because you don't know, just in their little bag, and tissue wipes, those sort of things, because things happen. As a mom, you always prepare. You even over prepare, because you don't know what might happen. So maybe, I think I've done actually a video about traveling, like a travel guide, but that is specifically traveling to Africa. And I think I might do one that is specifically traveling with kids based on my experience anyway, and also people around me like my sisters. So maybe me and her can actually do a video together, talking about like travel tips when you're traveling with the kids. Especially she's got a young, my nephew is quite young as well, less than 1, so that's another experience. And you know, remember when we saw with the bug, you're like, why do you need to take that? And then we came and we realized that, oh, now we realize. And she too, she is always proper, super organized, more than even me. So I think it would be a good idea, me and her will come together and we'll do a video on tips. But if we don't do it here, God knows when we get home, we get to our houses, it's a whole nother thing. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to say. And we have a couple more days to go. We're leaving Friday, today's Tuesday, so we've got more activities, and I'm gonna try and do, but I'm gonna probably split the vlog because I don't want it too long, so it's going to be based on just different days that can fit together and important things. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the spa treatment. I need a massage. Oh my god, before the stress, the kids, everything. So we need a massage, and I want to do the wall climbing, and there's so many different activities, but I cannot do everything because obviously, as I said earlier, my health. Even the swimming, I had to leave earlier because, you know, you have to know yourself and just know so you don't overdo it. I don't want to go straight to A&E, or God forbid end up being here and needing. Lord, these people, maybe they don't even know what people selling. When I was going to uni, this was Roehampton, they took me to Kingston. Kingston is still like, it's outside of London, but is just within, you understand, you know, it's the boundary of London. But even with that, they didn't have no sickle cell department, and they took me in the surgical ward. I complained about my tummy, and they thought I needed, after they did a pregnancy, I wasn't pregnant, that was in 2010. They did a pregnancy test, I wasn't pregnant. The next thing was to take me to surgery. I had to get them to call my team, like call my team please, before they cut me open. So that's why I'm just being, you know, taking precautions. Yeah, so you have to just learn these things. And for those that watch me, I know that have sickle cell, just to learn so you can at least try and live somewhat of a normal life. Just take precautions, accept the situation for what it is. Guys, keep looking before